what's up? Good, how y'all doing?
Got fond memories of playing in Detroit?
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Shoot, last year, really my only year, made some plays there, and it was a lot of fun.
You were able to do something that very few people have done, and that is intercept Jared Goff.
Mhm.
Why has he been able to go so long without throwing an interception? What is it about his style?
Shoot, honestly, he's just a really good quarterback, smart guy with the ball, makes the right decisions, and has a great O-line. And when you mix that in with great receivers, it's hard to throw interceptions when you got a real good three of those combos. And I feel like he uses it real well. And, it's hard to throw interceptions when you got that.
Who had the loudest voice in the locker room this week as everybody was regrouping?
Shoot, really, Bobby. Bobby played a big role because Bobby being here. This is like Bobby's really first and second home. He been here longer than everybody on the team. So, really, Bobby got like a strong voice. People like to listen to him, and just the guy that he is, he carry a lot of weight with him because he knows what to do in different situations because he done seen almost every single one of them. So, with a guy like Bobby speaking up, a lot of guys trust him because one, he our leader, and two, he a guy you can trust, and he been here.
What has that been like getting to, you weren't here, obviously, when Bobby played here before, so kind of getting to know Bobby now, what's that kind of been like?
Honestly, it's pretty cool. As a kid, I used to just play the video game and see Bobby on there. And then now, as I'm older now, being able to be on the same team with him is pretty cool. And just playing with him and having him out there, you can tell it's a difference just because, in the run game, as you see last game, we did a pretty good job in the first half, and we could have did more better in the second. But as you seen, the run game, man, it seemed like it was non-existent really. So being able to play with Bobby, having a playmaker like him, it makes it a lot easier on the defense.
What was the talk that he gave you guys like before practice yesterday?
Mm, just telling us that basically this is what it was. Just telling us that yesterday is yesterday. You can't really change it. Just have your mind ready for today because tomorrow you don't know what you're going to get. So today, just have your mind ready for today and take care of your task at hand and pretty much just be where your feet at because he kind of sensed that there was a vibe on the team that guys were still feeling some type of way towards the loss, even though we got another big game coming up and it was just week one.
What was practice like then after that?
Yesterday, we had a great practice. I feel like this type of stuff you need sometimes on the team because, like I said, Bobby is our leader. So whenever he senses something wrong with the team, it feels good to know that we got a guy on the team that can help us self-reflect, but also help us come together as a team too, because that's what makes a team closer.
What type of impact do you expect Devin to have on this defense? What is
Oh yeah, man, having him back, that'll be pretty fun too. Real confident guy, knows what he's doing out there. He plays a nickel and outside corner, so that speaks a lot too. Because as a rookie, not a lot of guys can play both. So for a guy like him to come in and know what to do and know the different tools to use in coverages and different things like that, it's gonna help us out a lot. Because whenever you have a great player out there on the field on your defense, it raises your defense of greatness too.
Jared Goff has been pretty good at getting those explosive plays. Is that a function of the receivers and the playmakers he has, or the scheme that they run?
I could say both. They got a good receiver, 14. Amon, he a real cool dude. I was at the Pro Bowl with him. He a nice dude, but man, he a real good receiver too. So just a guy like him, having him on your team, it makes it easier for somebody to go to. And whenever you're a great quarterback like Goff and able to use 14 and the different receivers they have, you can have team success.
Do they run more crossers than a lot of teams you study in a year and a half here?
Shoot, a little bit. I mean, honestly, the NFL, teams gonna scheme up whatever they see versus another team. So, one week you may get a lot of crossers, the next week you may not. It just depends on what coverages we bring into the table this week, and we may expect to see some crossers just because of what our game plan is like.
When you look at the film of the Rams game, what were the issues covered in the middle of the field?
Honestly, we just gotta just lock in more, focus in on the little stuff, because those are the type of plays we see at practice. We practice it a lot of times. So we just got to lock in more and just trust the stuff that we've been taught and been coached. And sure enough, those type of plays will slow them down or make sure they don't happen.
Was last week big for you at all, just kind of given the knee injury and stuff like that you had in the offseason to kind of play the whole game and everything? Or?
Oh yeah, I mean, during the game, I didn't think it was 84 snaps, but I mean, at the same time, your body feel it at the end of the game. But it was pretty cool just going out there and just getting my feet underneath me, not playing no preseason, and then just having limited practice leading up to the game, and then just being out there with my guys. It was a lot of fun. And, knowing in my head that I can come back from, a slight knee injury, some knee procedure, it feels good in my head because it gives me confidence. So as we start early in the season, last week was week 1, and as we go along throughout the season, I just learned to trust myself, trust my abilities, and everything I know I can do.
What was it like having Jamal back at practice yesterday?
Oh, yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Man, just having 33 out there, I've been waiting for him to be back because whenever everything connects together and gels together, that's like a complete team, and that's the guy we need out there. So having him out there, his energy is like contagious, and he don't even have to practice. He'll just be on the sideline, and it's contagious. So having him being able to be out there and go out there and make plays with us, and he go out there and dominate, it's just a real privilege and an honor to play with him.
We've heard that before, that he's known as like an energizer. What does that look like and sound like?
I mean, it's hard to like do his energy and stuff like that, but shoot, honestly, you just got to see for yourself. You just got to see if you're out there doing practice and stuff. Just have an eye on him, and you will see what all the other players and the people throughout this building see in a guy like him. And he just like Bobby. He's a leader, and he hold people with accountability and credibility. And having him on our team and having him back is going to be a lot of fun.
Well, last summer, your rookie preseason, you were told, here's how we're going to play defense with Jamal Adams in it. Here's what it's going to look like with Jamal Adams in it. And he only plays less than 2 quarters. How curious are you of what your defense, like you said, becoming full, what your defense is going to look like when Adams is in it?
Shoot, we already look scary, but with him on there, it's even more scarier. Once we just go out there and gel and play a full game of great ball instead of just one half of great ball, I feel like we'll be a team that puts the nation on notice. And whenever we have all our people together and be a healthy team, we're a team that can be a contender.
Yeah. Thanks for
Thank you.